Hey there, I'm Dr. Ace, and let's imagine this. You've just returned from the farmer's market, your basket overflowing with crisp spinach leaves. While others were procrastinating, you actually did it. You started eating healthily. You're eager to make the meal that's gonna make you live longer and better. But little did you know that the mistake you're about to make will actually cost you dearly. That's because a single mistake here could lead to much more than just a bad meal. It actually could cause hallucinations, brain damage, and even severe kidney problems. Yes, you heard that right. In this video, we'll uncover the common spinach mistakes that could turn your healthy dish into a dangerous one. From mistakes that could lead into painful kidney stones to those that will cause life-threatening complications. You want to stick around because I guarantee you've made at least one of these errors before, and the consequences, they're far more serious than you can ever imagine. Mistake number 1. Before you even think about tossing those fresh spinach leaves into your salad, let's talk about the most basic mistake people make over and over again. Have you properly washed your spinach? And I don't mean just giving it a little spritz under the tap. You might think a quick rinse is enough, but here is the rash reality. E. coli and other nasty bacteria could be lurking in those leaves, just waiting to turn your healthy meal into a couple of traumatic bathroom visits. And it's not just that, not just bacteria you gotta worry about. Unwashed vegetables can also be harboring Taenia solium eggs, which if ingested can lead to a condition known as cysticercosis. This is when those eggs hatch inside your digestive system, and then the parasite makes its way into either your muscles, eyes, or even, here's the big issue, your brain. In the muscles, it won't cause much more than some cramps, but when they reach your brain, things become bad really fast. It can cause seizures, confusions, headaches, and even can be life-threatening. It's not exactly the kind of brain food you had in mind when you reached for the spinach, right? Mistake number 2. Now, let's explain mistake number 2 with a story. Imagine adding spinach to your salad only to experience delirium, hallucinations, and high fever shortly after. This terrifying scenario became a reality for dozens of people in Australia after consuming a spinach believed to be contaminated with a toxic plant. The symptoms they experienced were varied, including blurred vision and tachycardia, and they were diagnosed with an anticholinergic syndrome, which is a body-wide reaction caused by a type of poison that is typically present in plants like belladonna and jimson. This poison inhibits the production of acetylcholine in the brain. This chemical is crucial for memory, thinking, and visual processes. When disrupted, it can lead to vivid and frightening hallucinations, as well as confusion and difficulty distinguishing reality from illusion. The lesson here, always ensure your spinach comes from a trusted source and inspect it carefully to avoid the risk of contamination. A little caution can go a long way in preventing a meal from turning into a nightmarish experience. Mistake number 3, reheating spinach. Reheating spinach can lead to the formation of harmful compounds called nitrosamines. When spinach is cooked, nitrates present in the leaves can convert to nitrites. If reheated, these nitrites can further convert into nitrosamines, which are carcinogenic. To avoid this, it's best to consume spinach immediately after cooking or eat it cold if it has been stored in a fridge. And talking about fridge, let's go into mistake number 4, which is storing spinach at room temperature. Leaving spinach out at room temperature for too long can lead to the growth of harmful bacteria like Listeria monocytogenes. This bacterium thrives in moist environments and can lead to serious foodborne illness, especially in pregnant women, elderly persons, and those with weakened immune systems. Always make sure to store spinach in a refrigerator and consume it within a few days to reduce this risk. Mistake number 4, eating raw spinach. Now let me tell you right now that this is the kidney danger we were talking about in the introduction of this video. And I know what you're thinking, raw spinach? Really? How bad can it be? I mean, we don't cook our lettuce, right? And nobody has ever died of lettuce poisoning. And believe me, I know it seems strange to say that consuming some leafy green raw can be dangerous, but the main thing here is that differently from lettuce, which we are used on having our sandwiches, spinach is abundant in oxalate, also known as oxalic acid, When you consume foods high in oxalate, such as raw spinach, the oxalate will start binding with minerals in your body. They are like magnets that attract each other, and once they come together, they never let go. But here's the thing, oxalate doesn't love all the minerals equally. No, it has a clear preference, and that is calcium, which just so happens to be the main culprit behind kidney stones. The result of this unholy matrimony is the formation of crystals, which will slowly accumulate in your kidneys until they decide to bundle up and form a kidney stone. As they grow, they lead to severe pain, often described as one of the most intense pains a person can experience, and also disrupts the normal flow of urine, which will cause kidney damage over time, while also increasing the risk of infection that can lead to the loss of your kidney, and even worse. But again, this doesn't mean you should avoid eating spinach, as it has many health benefits that we will mention soon. Just make sure to cook it to reduce the oxalate content, alright? The next mistake is not blanching your spinach, and that's because blanching spinach makes it even safer and tastier to eat. But what's blanching, you might ask? Well, it's a simple technique in which you briefly boil the spinach and then quickly plunge it into ice-cold water. This stops the cooking process instantly, locking in that bright green color and fresh texture. But here is the kicker. Blanching also reduces the oxalate content we talked about earlier. That's right, by blanching, you're not only preserving the nutrients and vibrant color of your spinach, you're also lowering the risk of those oxalate calcium crystals that can wreak havoc on your kidneys. Plus, blanching helps remove any residual dirt, bacteria, and pesticides, ensuring your spinach is safer than ever. Next mistake is combining spinach with calcium-rich foods. As we just talked about, oxalic acid can bind with calcium, preventing its absorption. And I know you might be scared of calcium after what I explained about his role in the kidney stones, but you gotta have in mind that in real life everything is about balance, and health is no exception. Just as too much calcium can lead to health dangers, too little calcium is also something you should avoid. Therefore, in order to maintain a healthy daily calcium intake and sustain it at healthy levels, try to eat dairy products far away from spinach. Think of them like water and oil. To try and mix them together is to fight against nature itself. Next mistake is adding too much salt. It's easy to go overboard on salt with spinach, but be mindful that too much salt will raise your blood pressure and lead to other health problems. Here comes the next mistake, eating spinach with warfarin, which can also be called coumadin. Spinach is high in vitamin K, which plays a key role in blood clotting. If you're taking blood thinners though, like warfarin, consuming large amounts of spinach can interfere with the medication's effectiveness, potentially leading to dangerous blood clotting issues. It's important to manage your spinach intake carefully and consult your doctor about balancing your diet if you are using this medication. Next mistake, consuming spinach past its expiration date. Spinach is highly perishable, and eating it past its expiration date can increase the risk of food poisoning. As spinach ages, harmful bacteria like the E. coli we talked about or Salmonella can grow, and even if the spinach looks good and smells just fine, always check the expiration date and discard any spinach that looks slimy, discolored, or has any sort of off smell. Now that we talked about all of the problems with eating spinach in an improper way, let's start talking about the benefits. Because if you are giving all of this attention to spinach, it should be worth it, right? There should be benefits to taking all of these precautions in order to eat it. And there are plenty. First, spinach is good for your eyes. Spinach is packed with lutein and zeaxanthin, which protect your eyes from sunlight and can even reverse damage. Your vision sharps up and your eyes becomes healthier if you include spinach in your meals. Next benefit, it helps controlling blood pressure. The nitrates in spinach are natural allies in keeping your blood pressure in check, reducing your risk of heart disease. You can also help prevent cancer. Spinach contains compounds that have been shown promise in slowing the growth of cancer cells. While more research is needed, the evidence here is very compelling that it can help you in preventing cancer. Next one, fights oxidative damage. Spinach is rich in antioxidants that combat free radicals, helping to prevent diseases like diabetes, cancer, and premature aging. It's loaded also with vitamins and minerals. Spinach is a powerhouse of nutrients like vitamin A, C, K1, and also minerals like calcium, iron, and folic acid, just to name a few. It's a simple way to boost your health with every bite. And there you have it. By avoiding these common mistakes and making a few simple changes in how you prepare and eat spinach, you can truly unlock the incredible health benefits of it. Remember here that the key is balance and enjoy spinach in a way that maximizes its nutrient while minimizing its risks. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Your support helps the channel grow and brings this valuable information to more people around the globe. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on our latest tips and tricks to keep you and your family healthy. I thank you very much for watching and I see you in the next video. Keep making those smart, healthy choices.